Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there was a young prince named Sebastian. He was a brave, kind, and noble prince, who loved to ride his horse, hunt in the forest, and help his people in any way he could. He was loved by all his subjects, who admired his strength and valor, and his wise decisions that had made the kingdom prosperous and happy. One day, while Sebastian was out in the forest, hunting with his faithful hound, he stumbled upon a strange creature. It was a tiny, delicate creature with wings that shimmered like diamonds, and it glowed in the sunlight. The creature was frightened, and it looked like it had been hurt, so Sebastian approached it slowly, trying not to scare it away. "Please, do not be afraid," said Sebastian, holding out his hand. "I won't hurt you. What are you doing here?" The creature looked at him with big, tearful eyes, and said, "I am a fairy, and I have lost my way. I was flying to the Queen of the Fairies to ask for her help, but I got lost in the forest. I am afraid I will never find my way back." Sebastian felt sorry for the little creature and decided to help her. "Don't worry," he said. "I will help you find your way back to the Queen of the Fairies. I promise." The fairy smiled gratefully, and together they set off through the forest, with Sebastian leading the way. They walked for hours, and the sun began to set. They were tired and hungry, but they didn't give up. Suddenly, they saw a faint light in the distance, and as they got closer, they realized that it was coming from a beautiful castle. "Look," said the fairy, pointing. "That is the Queen's castle. We have found our way." Sebastian was amazed. He had never seen such a magnificent castle before. It was made of the finest marble and adorned with precious gems and gold. The castle was surrounded by lush gardens, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers. As they approached the castle, the fairy suddenly became very nervous. "I am afraid," she said. "The Queen of the Fairies is very powerful, and she is not always kind to humans. I don't want you to get hurt because of me." But Sebastian was not afraid. He knew that he had to help the fairy, no matter what. "Don't worry," he said. "I will protect you." They entered the castle, and the Queen of the Fairies appeared before them. She was beautiful, with long, flowing hair that shimmered like gold, and eyes that sparkled like diamonds. She looked at Sebastian and the fairy with a stern expression, and asked, "What brings you here?" Sebastian explained their situation, and how they had come to the castle to ask for the fairy's help. The queen listened attentively, and then she smiled. "You are a brave prince," she said. "Not many humans are willing to risk their lives for a fairy. But you have proven yourself worthy. I will grant your wish, and help the fairy." Sebastian was overjoyed. He had never felt so happy in his life. The Queen of the Fairies helped the fairy, and Sebastian thanked her with all his heart. As they left the castle, the fairy turned to Sebastian and said, "Thank you for helping me. You are the bravest prince I have ever met." Sebastian smiled, feeling proud and happy. He had made a new friend, and he had proven that he was a true hero. From that day on, he continued to help those in need, and his fame as a hero spread throughout the kingdom. The people loved him even more, and they admired him for his kindness and bravery. Years passed, and Sebastian grew older. He ruled the kingdom with wisdom and justice, and his people prospered. One day, he met a beautiful princess from a neighboring kingdom, and they fell in love. They got married in a grand ceremony, and the kingdom rejoiced. Sebastian and the princess lived happily ever after, and their love for each other never faded. They had many children, who grew up to be strong, kind, and wise, just like their father. And the fairy who Sebastian had helped all those years ago. She became a trusted advisor to the Queen of the Fairies, and she always remembered the brave prince who had helped her find her way back home. She often visited Sebastian and his family, and they would sit together and talk about their adventures. And so, the legend of Prince Sebastian lived on, inspiring generations to come, and reminding us that true bravery comes not from strength or power, but from a kind and compassionate heart.